Well, it looks like we got an update on the last story that we did. We were talking about a psychopathic nurse or hospital worker that was breaking babies' bones. This is the ugly motherfucker right here that was doing it. And the story may have got really interesting. I'm JB Gunner. This is Crime Time. Let's do it.
Bring it back.
What's going on, everybody? As you guys know, I'm JB Gunner, and this is Crime Time. Now, before we get started with the story on this fat bitch, let me first and foremost say thank you to everybody that supports the channel. Hell, any of my channels, regardless of platform, regardless of method you choose, whether it's Cash App, Patreon, Venmo, PayPal. Truth is, guys, I couldn't do this each and every day as often as I do on all these different channels for the last 19 years if it wasn't for you, the Gun Squad. I love you guys so much, and if you too find my content valuable, feel free to hit the links down below. Support the channel. Join the Gun Squad. You can also find the links to my other content, political, gaming, wrestling, whatever. It's all down there. Well, some of it's down there. You guys can check out some of that shit as well. Go check it out. All right, so I'm not going to waste too much of your time here. I know it's Monday. You motherfuckers are tired from work, or, well, some of you from snack caking and true criming all day. But let's go ahead and get right on into this. Guys, in the last story, there was a story that we did about 7 babies that's bones were just being broken in the last year or so, year or 2 years in one Virginia hospital, and they didn't know what the fuck was going on. Well, they reopened the investigation, and we talked about it then. Like, I don't understand why it would take long to find out who was breaking the bones. Well, they now have an arrest, and there's more to the story. Nurse charged with abuse after baby suffered horrific fractures at Virginia NICU, forcing it to close. A nurse has been arrested after multiple babies suffered horrific fractures at a Virginia hospital that was forced to close its NICU over mysterious injuries. Erin Elizabeth Strotman, age 26, has been charged with malicious wounding, and felony child abuse over the incidents at Henrico Doctors Hospital in Richmond, police said Friday. The Henrico County Police Division is utilizing all available resources to ensure a thorough investigation into this matter, police said in a statement. This involves reviewing dozens of videos from inside the NICU. As previously mentioned, detectives are re-examining the 2023 and 2024 cases as part of this broader investigation. Social media images of Strotman, a Virginia native, show that she graduated as a registered nurse in 2019. Her arrest comes after a couple spoke out about the Virginia Child Services, informed them that their newborn baby had been abused by an employee at the NICU when he suffered a fractured leg following his premature birth. Authorities opened a probe into the inexplicable fractures after 4 babies were injured in the summer of 2023, and then 3 more hurt in December of 2024. The case echoes that of British serial killer nurse Lucy Letby, although there have been no deaths reported. Yeah, she's definitely not a serial killer. She's just a fat woman. But, yeah, no, she was breaking fucking legs, all kinds of goofy shit. Hold on, man. Is this bitch sitting here with that damn Trump assassin? Ain't that Ryan Routh? Ain't this Ryan Ruth? It looks a lot like Ryan Ruth. Anyways, we are both shocked and saddened by this development in the investigation and are focused to continuing to care for our patients and providing support to colleagues who have been deeply and personally impacted by this investigation. This is wild, right? Like, there's so much shit going on here. This is wild.
Just over 3 miles from Henrico Doctors Hospital, a county judge held NICU nurse Erin Strotman without bond Friday. This after Henrico police charged her with felony child abuse and neglect and felony malicious wounding in connection with injuries a baby at the hospital sustained on November 10th of 2024. Now, during her arraignment, Strotman told the court she last worked at Henrico Doctors around Thanksgiving, but said she was still being paid. The hospital is calling her a former employee, but Strotman said she did not know she had been terminated.
This is an ongoing investigation.
Damn.
Spanning potential.
How the hell do you not know if you've been terminated or not? Like, you know if you go to work and have a job or not. Like, what the fuck?
Offenses committed in both 2023 and 2024.
Hospital officials say
Here's the problem with that, though. If she was fired in November, then how the fuck did she break any legs in December? See my point?
3 babies were found with unexplained fractures in November and December of last year. And
Oh,
is
that's
similar
last
to
year.
incidents
Okay.
Involving 4 other infants.
Oh, that's
who were being
2024.
treated at the
Yeah.
same NICU in the summer of 2023. The hospital announced it was pausing admissions to the NICU right before Christmas.
This right now is one date of offense involving one child, but that is not precluding the fact that this investigation is ongoing and that we will continue to work on building cases if there is evidence present to build other cases to find if there's additional criminal culpability.
Family members of 3 of the 7 babies came to court Friday.
Damn.
They hugged and cried together as they met for the first time. Among them, Dominique.
This is going to be so good. Well, y'all know me and y'all know how I was in the first video. Wait till you see the update I got on this shit.
Hackey. His son Noah suffered a fractured tibia while in the Henrico Doctors NICU in September of
Holy
2023. Child Protective Services founded level 1 child abuse of Noah by an employee at the hospital, but CPS was not able to identify that employee. But according to CPS records obtained exclusively by CBS 6, Strotman was placed on paid administrative leave in 2023 after the hospital
That's
conducted an
crazy.
internal
That's crazy. So they did an internal investigation and then they put her on leave. That's not even the part that I'm saying that to wait on. That's something new I'm just now hearing. So they knew who it was the whole time.
investigation into the initial 4 cases. At the time, she had worked at the NICU for approximately a year. She was not criminally charged at that time, and it's unclear when Strotman's suspension
They
ended.
knew
failed.
this whole time. Yeah.
Strictly, they failed on
No.
multiple different levels
Clearly.
with multiple different families, and they need to be held accountable as well, because that shouldn't have happened. If they were suspicious of some person enough to let him go,
Right.
they shouldn't have brought him back. So that's on.
No, I agree. I actually agree with him. He's right. Like, they knew it. They knew the person that was doing it. Like, this, what they were doing is called sweeping it under the rug. They're like, well, we hope nobody, we can't, you know what I mean? We don't want to make a big deal about it because we don't want the attention. And since nobody else is talking about it, we'll just shut the fuck up.
On them. They failed.
He's right.
Simple.
He's
Do you
right.
feel like the county failed, future babies that were in the NICU at that hospital?
When we talk about what happened,
Yeah, I don't know about failed future babies. No, she definitely failed the babies that got their fucking legs broke.
back in 23 and in 24, we can look at it from a standpoint of not just the individual culpability, but if
Sure.
there was a systems failure.
So potentially there could be even criminal charges beyond just the person that committed the acts?
If
Damn.
there are individuals who need to be held accountable and we have the evidence to sustain that accountability, then we will pursue it.
You guys ready?
HCA, which owns Henrico
coming.
Doctors Hospital, sent us a lengthy statement, which you can find in full on our website. It said in part, we are both shocked and saddened by this development in the investigation and are focused on continuing to care for our patients and providing support to our colleagues who have been deeply and personally impacted by this investigation. HCA did not answer any of our questions about what happened with the internal investigation back in 2023 when Erin Strotman was placed on paid administrative leave at
Paid
that
leave
time
for breaking
in Henrico
babies. Ain't that a
County. I'm
bitch?
Melissa Hippolyte for CBS 6.
Y'all ready for the good shit? Y'all ready for the good shit? Here we go. Virginia nightmare nurse Erin Strotman accused of racism as she was targeting black babies by fracturing, their leg. Oh, it just got bigger. A twisted nurse accused of breaking the legs of 7 newborn babies in her care has been branded a racist, of course, because everybody's racist. That's who targeted black children, DailyMail.com can exclusively reveal. Now, what this is, look, motherfuckers are just like, oh, she broke some black babies, so she's got to be racist. She broke some white ones too. Let's see what they had to say though. Erin Strotman has been charged with malicious wounding and felony child abuse over the incidents at the hospital. She's been accused of initially only injuring black babies by the staff in the hospital, with sources saying she switched her focus when she returned to the hospital in late 2024. So she was just doing black babies. She gets suspended, and then she comes back. She's like, all right, I'll get some white ones too now. This was after she and 3 others were suspended with pay from the neonatal intensive care unit in 2023 when 4 babies were found to have unexplainable fractures. That's actually kind of smart. Like if the other 3 nurses were like black or something, it makes sense to go back and like cover it up. God damn. Oh, that's some wild shit. Anyways, one told DailyMail.com the majority of the babies were black babies. When she came back then, when they noticed the pattern, she tried to throw them off by targeting a white baby and a girl baby. So she was just doing black males. She wasn't the strongest in the class. She was literally one of the slowest. Well, she does look slow. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We could take one look at this bitch, and she looks like the true crime audience. This is exactly how I visualize all of you guys sitting there watching me with your snack cake all smushed all over your chin and shit. No, I tell you, like this right here is exactly what I picture. She looks like she's slow. She definitely looks like she's slow. People are saying she's a white supremacist, but that's a bit of a stretch. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a bit of a stretch. I definitely felt like she was racist. She was deeply Southern rooted. That doesn't mean somebody's racist. I mean, I kind of am, but I'm actually from Chicago. I was surprised at what she did, but I'm not surprised that it was her. If anyone was to do something crazy, she would have been at the top of the list, they said. Man. So, hold on. Why is only that white woman's face being shown? So hold the fuck up. Former classmates of 26-year-old Strotman, who were accused of breaking baby's legs, said she was weird and always in the background during their training. Is that her in the background? Before she got fat? Is that her in the background? Before she got fat? Oh man, this is wild. This is wild shit. I think it was. Because there's her there. That does look like she was in the background. Wow. I don't even know what to say at this point in time, to be honest. She got a nursing degree. Man, I don't even know what to say. So they're saying that she was breaking black babies' legs, got suspended for a year, came back a year later and started doing it again, but had to get, had to get some white legs, white ankles, so you could cover up the racism. But let me also say this to all of you people, that white supremacists don't cover up the racism. White supremacists openly tell you that they're a white supremacist. You know why? Hence the word supreme. A white supremacist doesn't care what you think about him or her being a believer that they're supreme. Every white supremacist I know, and I know a few, they walk around saying it. They walk around with it on their clothes and shit. You know what I mean? I don't think she was a white supremacist. She might have been racist in Virginia, but I doubt it. Because if she was working in, well, where'd they say that was? That was a black area in Virginia. What was it called? She was in, let me scroll on up here. She didn't, it's not like she was in the country of it. It's like she was in the city of Virginia. Damn, I can't see it anymore. But anyway, Richmond. Richmond is not a white area. Richmond's not a white area at all in Virginia. So maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. It definitely added a little bit of hot sauce to the story. And you know me, I like hot sauce. And I also kind of like stories like this. Guys, let me know what you think. Well, the case has been closed or solved, I guess. I guess she's the one. I wonder what kind of retarded shit was going on in her brain. It makes sense if she was just going, if it initially was about race, she's like, fuck these little black babies, and was just breaking legs, then at least you can pinpoint a reason for her doing it. You can then say, okay, it was racism, she was breaking the little baby's legs. But if it wasn't racism, Why was she, like, when she went back, like, why did she start breaking more legs? Like, what, is she addicted to breaking babies' legs or something? Like, it's a weird thing, right? And it seems really risky to get suspended for some shit and then come back and do it again. Let me know what you guys think. If you like what I do here and you find my content valuable, hit those links down below. Join the Gun Squad. I'll see you in the next story.